All right, so we're getting ready to paint the trim for the bed. This is the hard stuff to get for a square body dually. These are the pieces that go up against the rear fenders, and I had to buy a whole truck to get those. I looked for them for probably a month and a half. Finally, I said, screw it, I just bought a whole truck. So anyway, this one here was hidden from the pictures when I bought it. I had my son tow it here, and I found out this one was all smashed. So I had to hammer it back into shape. You can see all my hammer marks in the back. Luckily, it's just cast aluminum, so they hammer it out pretty good, so it wasn't a big deal. It looks pretty good now. I fitted it up against the bed, and I think it'll be okay. Here's the rest of the pieces. Now, I could buy it all brand new and cut it to fit and everything and leave it all aluminum and have those polished out probably so they look like that, but I'm kind of trying to update everything. I'm going to paint the inserts silver. In the white, where the white's at right now is going to be silver. The primer is areas where I had to do little repairs. I'm going to paint the inside silver, then I'm going to mask that off, then I'm going to come back and paint everything with semi-gloss black urethane. So I want it to look a little different, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint it all black. It's going to have black wheels, black trim, black bumpers, black moldings around the windows. So it's going to have like black and white on it anyway. So let's just do the moldings in black. So that's the way it looks like to me. So inside here I'm going to do this bright silver. This is some leftover Kia color I had. The nice thing about being in the business is I have crap loads of extra paint. I probably got $50,000 of extra paint that, from leftover from cars I've done. So I have lots of different silvers and grays, and so I can make whatever I want. So anywho, I made silver up. It's in the gun, ready to go. I'm going to shoot it on, and then I'm going to clear it and then let it sit for a couple days because it has to harden completely before I backmask it. And then I'm going to spray the black on. So anyway, I'm going to do the silver now, and we'll see how it looks. Bye now. All right, so here's my highly organized workbench. Don't hate. So what we're doing is, look at this piece over here. So there's a slot right here where the blue tape is at that normally has some sort of color in it, something that matches the trim of the truck. So it's like 3/8 of an inch wide, so they don't make 3/8 wide fine line that I know of. This stuff here. So I had to use 2/8 inch and a strip of this down the middle of it. This is 1/4 inch masking tape. So I went ahead and I painted the center part here silver. That's why it looks like it's all kind of silver looking. And got a bug right there I gotta sand out. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this stuff semi-gloss black, urethane black, but I'm going to mask off the silver area first. So that's what we're doing. But to do that, you got to use good 2 lines. It's harder than it looks. It's hard to hit and nail that edge right along there and get it even. See how it looks pretty even. It's tough, but the long ones are going to be a bitch. So anyway, there's those, and then over here, my other highly organized bench / Roadrunner is the corner pieces, which I painted the center part silver, and now I'm masking off that area so I can paint the outside black. So here's 2 more of the long pieces, and here's a piece of the front fender that was snuck in there on me. So I'll go ahead and do that. So anyway, I'm trying to get the bed knocked out. I painted it this morning, and I'll show it to you after I get all the trim on it. It came out pretty badass. So anyway, bye now. All right, there's all the trim painted with the tape taken off it. It all came out pretty good. Black and silver. I'm going to put them on the bed here in a minute, but I want to show you what I'm doing with this one over here. So this one had 2 broken off studs. So I'm welding on another 1/4 inch bolt. I'm going to basically bolt right on as a bolt, cut the head of it off, tap a nut onto it, and then put it on the truck. So if you have broken off bolts, sometimes they're in trim and some strange places you just can't get them out. what I do is I'll weld a bolt to it. So what I do is I sharpen the end of it, as you can see, like this. Then when you put it on here, it gives you room to weld it. So I grind that off nice and clean. And you can see this one here I've already done. So I'm gonna weld this other one on here and then cut the head off it and then tap it real quick and put a nut on it and it's ready to go. So anyway, moving on. Bye now. All right, well there's the bed, all painted with gray inserts, the silver pinstripe and the semi-gloss black. I think the moldings look fucking badass. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna paint the little trim pieces for around here black. They go around the lights. I got new tail lights for it. I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta cut the holes inside the bed for the gooseneck ball and the fifth wheel hitch. I gotta do that. I gotta do a little bit of welding on the bottom of it. And then tomorrow it's going to, or Monday it's going down to get the spray and bread liner done. So when that's all done, then I'm gonna color sand and buff the bed, and it'll be done. So there we go. Moving along. Bye now. All right, so moving along on the project, we got. I went ahead and I bought these LED taillights. Supposed to be sequential. They are sequential. I already plugged them and tried them out. So I changed the plugs. They come with these dudes, so you can just plug and play in your average, you know, like 73 through 89 Chevy truck, whatever. So I cut those off and wired in these pigtail or these plugs. I got these on, I think I got these on Wish, this Chinese place that sells shit. I think the whole thing was like 15 bucks or 20 bucks, but they work great. So I wired in these plugs so that I can plug them in and unplug them. The lights are nice, so we got these all ready to go. I already tested it. All the lights in the truck are LED, so I'm trying to go with all LED lights because they're low voltage or low amperage. I don't know. I think they all have 12 volts, but I think they draw less amperage. So anyway, I'm moving right along. I got those done. I'm going to run the harness through the bed, get that done, and hopefully drop it off soon to get the inside sprayed. They canceled on me, so I'm going to take it back over probably on Wednesday to drop it off. So anyway, bye now. All right, well, there's headlights. Woo, what a bitch that was. You'd think that they had the same color lights from side to side, but nope. And the plugs, the pin, I think it has like 12 pins. I have no idea what all those wires do. But I picked out the ones that at least run the wires and run the headlights, bright lights, and the turn signals. I bought these halogens locally. I don't know what they came on, if they did. It seemed to work pretty well. So, you know, I'm not a huge fan of what they look like, to be honest with you, but they're bright as hell. So I got the headlights figured out, got the blinkers figured out, got the front done, the back done, the side done. Everything's done for the electrical, which was freaking me out a little bit, to be honest with you. The headlights have like the computers on them. I have no idea what all that stuff does. I guess the way the LEDs do some fancy shit in there, but you know what? I think these are fine for what I'm doing, and they fit the truck. So here we go. So that's what they look like when the lights are off. I guess not too bad. I wired them in so that they'll be amber. Of course, you saw that on both sides of the blinkers. And they'll have blinkers down here, the running lights, and then running lights down the side. I bought some cool fancy side lights. I'll show it to you later. I got this side pretty well in place. I got both doors basically there. I got to do some work on the jams yet, on the front door at least. The back door's done. Got the front fender started. So we're moving along. What else? I have to deal with, remember, it just got hit. So this side's back about 3/4 of an inch. So it didn't have really a problem, but this side's out where it belongs. So I got to push this back somehow to give me some room so the fender will line up with the core support, and then get that straightened out. And then the front will be pretty well good to go. We got this side locked out, so it's all, I got to do a little primer work on it, and this side's pretty much ready to paint. I got the back of the cab done, at least roughed in again. I got to do more body work to it tomorrow. So a couple of sides of that done, so we'll finish it up tomorrow. Can cut the brackets off now. Cut these brackets off, and ready to move on to finishing up the fender and the jam. Tomorrow's Sunday. I can get that done, and then hopefully, try and get this thing ready for the C10 Nationals in Texas. That's my goal. I have about 3 weeks to have this thing painted and done, and at Fort Worth on May 9th, 8th, something like that. So that's what I'm trying to get to. So hopefully you guys can make it out there and say hi. And in the meantime, I'm going to get her done. Moving on. Bye now.